Shalom, welcome to Hebraic Awakening, and I am back with another video concerning our trip to Ghana, Africa. In this video, I'm going to talk about the things that we did in Ghana. I don't think I'm going to get to all of it, but the most important things that we did, because we did stay 14 days. So I am not going to go into extreme detail about each thing because I believe you should visit for yourself. I'm just going to briefly go over the things that we did. All right, we visited what is called the Black Star, and it was a really great visit. You know, Ghana was the first to gain its independence. So this is why me and my husband personally chose to go through what we call the door of now return. It was called the door of no return, but now we are returning. And this is why we chose, because Ghana, for me, it's like the gateway into the motherland, because of our history, because of our ancestors coming out of that West Africa slave coast. And I know not everybody comes out of West Africa. We were taken probably from all over, but that Gold Coast where we were in the majority, that is why we chose. And Black Star is just a monumental site you need to go to see. I don't know where the rest of my footage is with the symbols, and the tour guide did an excellent job with explaining it to us. So please go visit the Black Star and learn the history as it pertains to Ghana and the first to gain its independence. The next thing we did was we visited W.E.B. Du Bois Museum. I really enjoyed that. You know, our African American heroes are Africa's heroes, you know, and you will see that when you go visit these certain monuments and you understand the history behind Ghana and its liberation. And it was really due to the influence of W.E.B. Du Bois. I mean, when we went into his study where all his books was, you could literally still feel his energy in the room. And so you just have to go and allow them to explain the history from their point of view, just to gain the understanding of how we are all just really connected. And this is not a coincidence that we are returning after 400 years. So, you know, just go, please visit, learn, and understand how Ghana really gained its independence. And the red, black, and green, those colors were influenced by W.E.B. Du Bois. So again, please visit that museum as well. All right, so let's talk about this park. Now, the park was beautiful, okay? And I thought it was just, you know, like a park here. You just go and you look and it's beautiful and you sit down. No, not this particular park that we went to. This was actual hiking. So I'm thinking that it would be like a light trail, you know, a pretty cute trail. And I had on my little dress. I put some shorts up under it. Now, I brought my gym shoes, which saved me. But y'all, this was hiking. And so I didn't even hardly get any footage because we were not ready for this. The tour guide kept asking us while we were on the ground walking below, because you could take the tour up on the bridge. Well, the bridge was made of this rope and these little wooden plank things, and it just didn't look secure. So we didn't want to do it, even though I did want to do the rope thing, but nobody else wanted to do it, so we all stayed below. The problem is what below is, it was true hiking, and he said it was monkeys. I think it was a leopard. He said it was, wildlife in the woods and they would come out. Thankfully, they did not. And I was like, we were almost falling, and the tour, the tour guide, he cut the tour in half because he was like, because of your strength. I was cracking up, right? Because we were falling, couldn't get up the hill. It was just embarrassing. I mean, we tried. We did half of it, but we kindly exited because it was so funny. The way I was dressed, it was just funny because I thought it was going to be a cute little trail, but no, this particular park, if you are a hiker, you would love it. Okay, so please visit the parks in Ghana. I forgot the name of this particular park because we did visit another park and it was just walking around. But this park, it was for hiking. So they do have beautiful parks that you can actually hike in and look at the beautiful scenery as well. The last bath of our ancestors. So this is where our ancestors went to take their last bath before they had to walk to the actual slave dungeons. And the tour guide happened to be from the tribe of Ewe. So if you know anything about that tribe, you know that that name means Hebrew, right? And they have the ancient Hebraic language embedded into their modern language. So, it was just epic having someone from the Ewe tribe to give us this. It was life-changing, the history behind the last bath. And I'm not going to go into detail because, people hear the last bath and they think of witchcraft is really silly. But this is where our ancestors actually took their last bath. And it was some horrific stuff that just went on as they traveled on foot. And it took them months to get from there to the actual slave dungeon. And as soon as they took their bath, they would get out, and be auctioned off right away, right? They would be auctioned off right away and then put on the ships, sent, to their master's home. So please visit the last bath. We walked barefooted, to connect with the earth and just with the energy that was there. And for us, this is a way that we can break generational curses. It's just it's a spiritual thing that a lot of people won't understand because they think everything is witchcraft and it is not, and that's why you need to go for yourself so that the people there can give you the history, from our standpoint. I know a lot of history we get from white people and what they wrote about us. However, our African brothers and sisters can tell the history better than anyone else can. So please visit the Slave River, the last bath. It is epic and it is a life-changing experience. All right, the slave dungeons. I'm not even going to spend time on this too much because this is another one that you need to go. We were crying, me and Ravis Byers, we were crying on both of the slave dungeons and the last bath. So you need to go and experience it for yourself. No YouTube video. No one can explain it to you and you really get it until you step foot on the dungeon grounds with the smells and the energy and the stories that is being told about us and our history. So please visit both of the slave dungeons in Cape Coast and Elmina. The nightlife, we went to the jazz club, and The nightlife was really nice. We really enjoyed it because it is just what I thought. People coming together, listening to music, you know, having fun. Yes, they do serve alcohol, so if you are not for alcoholic drinks, you don't have to drink it. We had mocktails. I personally have wine and little fruity drinks. But if you are not a drinker, you don't have to drink. But the nightlife was great. And I call it the nightlife because I'm old. And you know, the young people there watching them, they just wanted to have fun, and I loved it because they was trying their best to get my husband to participate in dancing, and I would just feel safe with my young adults hanging out, um, you know, in some of the clubs. Now I haven't went to a hip hop club or whatever, but you know, from what I've seen in my research, the nightlife is pretty safe compared to Chicago, which I am originally from. So Chicago versus Ghana, yes to the nightlife. I would feel better if my children would attend, you know, get-togethers and parties in Ghana, Africa. The food, the shopping, you know, it was all great. So I'm not really talking about that because everything we ate was good. Again, come because your taste buds may be different from mine. But Jollof is great. The shopping is great. So that's it. And my next video, I will talk about the cost of living and really talk to our single women, you know, about why moving to the continent would really benefit you as a single woman when it comes to finances and building wealth. All right, until the next video, shalom, everyone.